To another episode of What's Your Grails. I'm your host, Tony Sanders, and tonight we have a very special guest, very knowledgeable in the golden age and pre-code horror, as well as all things comics, man. So let me introduce one of my guests, DS Comics, and my other special guest. You already know who that is. So, Jeffrey. My boy Jeffrey and DS Comics.
What's up? Yeah, I watch this show all the time, and I always think, man, if I was ever on there, I don't even know what I'd show. I don't have any like superhero books, and I guess I'll pull like Golden Age out. And now this is working out. I get to be on here, so I'm going to show you guys some Golden Age as we go through. So
exactly, it's like it's not all has to be current. It doesn't have to be modern. Hey, man, like comic books go back, man. So hey, appreciate everything you can. Jeffrey, you want to give a couple of shout outs?
Oh, you know what? I'm not set up, but yeah, I do.
Oh, never mind. If you're not set up,
I just jumped out of the shower. A long day at work. Oh, it was whack, crazy day. I got a call from these old ladies who run a church, like a food drive, right? And they asked us to come pick up some stuff, and it ended up being chicken, past date. They couldn't use it because it had expired, but it had been sitting outside in the sun for like 3 days already.
No.
Oh, dude, it smelled like death, and there were like maggots everywhere, and no good.
Yeah,
it stunk.
well,
I smelled like it all day. It was not good.
Hopefully, the A-OK we got you put a smile on your face.
Yeah, I got an A-OK, guys.
Yes. But not yet. So
no, but the immortal Biggie Shaq, what is up, man? How are you doing? I heard you won that championship belt last night. I was working late last night to try to get off early today so I could be here. So I missed that show. Sorry, guys. Comic Books NYC, good to see you, buddy. Fuchsia, what's up, Fuchsia? 90 mother effing comics in the house. What is up? YouTube is 90, or so he says, huh? Whitewell Comics, Mr. Garrel, what's up, guys? Sam I Am Comics, good to see you, buddy.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate seeing you all.
Yes. So, DS, I usually start by asking my guests what is their holy grail. So, have you achieved your holy grail, or what is your holy grail?
All right, so you're asking me about my holy grail. All right, so I'm almost entirely into Golden Age at this point, but I still enjoy superhero stuff. I pick it up, I read it, I love it, I still hunt it, and then I sell it. So not going to talk about that stuff here tonight because I really am not like a superhero collector anymore. But for Golden Age, I guess probably the all-time grail for me, I already have a low-grade copy of it, is probably this book. And this is, when I got into Golden Age and pre-code horror, this was the book that it knocked my socks off, and I absolutely loved it. And it's still my favorite Golden Age book. And this is one of the earliest ones I picked up. I think when I bought this, it was the most I ever spent on a comic. And so this was starting with Fairy Tales 11, LB Cole book. And it's got like a cereal bowl stain on the front and some staining up on the top. But still attached. I mean, it's rough, and it's just it's off 2.0 off-white. This is my favorite book, and I do want to upgrade it, but this is my holy grail for Golden Age. And it's not the most expensive book, and it's not the rarest book, but for me, this is the holy grail and just my favorite Golden Age book right here. So.
Hey, low grade's better than no grade, player. That's what I always say. And man,
this was my lowest graded slab for so long. I recently got a 1.5. That's just a super rare book. I like this one better, but this is the lowest graded book I've had pretty much since I've got into Golden Age, and it's been my favorite book. So for this, the grade doesn't matter to me. I mean, I just want one that looks good, and this is, this was a good looking copy, man, for a 2.0, and it's, I love it. So,
and it presents really good, man. I like it. And the whole spot, if you don't know, I got arachnophobia.
Well, this one got a big old skull, bloody skull on it.
Yeah,
It's killer.
That is clean though. I like that.
Cool.
And the lowest. This is the lowest graded book in my collection, and I just like I show it all the time, but it's Golden Age, and it's that Bucky with a bat.
Oh yeah.
Bucky with a bat. My cap, third and none. I love that one. Just
Man, those early timely books, man, they are expensive and there's a lot of competition. So if you can get any one of those in your collection, it's awesome, man. I don't have a timely. I'm not a timely collector, but I've had a couple and I don't have them anymore. So I have 0 timelies and you've got one. It's accomplishment, man. It's an awesome book.
and it's like I like Cap, man. I seen I forgot who posted it on Instagram, but somebody had got a Cap 1, and I was just like, man, that's awesome. And it was like a 7.5. I was like, dude,
Crazy.
Like, congrats on that. I was like, man. But yeah, like getting golden, like I like hanging out with JD, which golden guys, like you guys do golden guys. Hanging out with JD, man, I got a little bit of the golden sickness from him, and like I literally have like 3 Golden Age books, and like before, if you would have asked me like like a couple months ago, I'd been like, nah, no, or like last year, I'd been like, nah, but like now it's like, yeah, I'll look at Golden Age now, so it changes, like hanging out with different people changes your collecting style, I feel. Like,
yeah, it does. The more people you hang out with or are exposed to their type of collections, it really lets you know there's other stuff out there and you discover more stuff that you like. And look, everybody likes Golden Age books, but not everybody likes them the most like I do. But a lot of people who haven't been exposed to Golden Age, like I wasn't at some point, you get exposed to it, you get bit by that bug, either a little bit or a lot. And it just depends, but then it gets expensive. It's a whole other type of hunting. And but man, you're proof that you can pick up big books, gold, silver, bronze, whatever, on a tight budget if you just are patient and diligent. And look, man, I tell you that all the time. Your collection is impressive because you've got, big book after big book after big book, including a Golden Age Cap book, and you've done it on a tight budget. And people are like, man, Golden Age, I can't afford it. Well, go look at Tony Sanders. He got a Golden Age book. It's not a 9.8, but I mean, he's got an awesome early cap. So
I got another little Golden Age book that this is my first one. This is my first Golden Age book that I bought. And I love the character. I love the movie. Alec Baldwin, I don't care what y'all say. I loved him in that movie. And the Shadow, man, like, just to get this.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
10 center. That's
yeah. This is like this is the first Golden Age book I ever bought. And like, I just like the Shadow, man. Like, if you never, like, I know everybody's probably seen the cheesy Alec Baldwin movie, but I actually enjoyed that movie. So,
yeah, I think it's all right.
Yeah, so like to me, it's like he's like one of the undervalued early superheroes that like doesn't get appreciated that much. So like I like those kind of obscure characters like that. One day they'll get a reboot and he'll pop. I got his first DC continuity thing. I got that, and then I got this. And
some of those Golden Age Shadow books are pretty tough to find too. There's a lot of volumes. There's like 7 or 8 volumes or something of that from the Golden Age, and some of them are really, really impossible to find. And some of them are really cool. Some of them are just more like a crime type one. Some are more horror. There's a whole array of different types of covers and artwork in those Shadows. But they're very unique, and it's not easy to track down a Golden Age Shadow book for your collection. I had one and I sold it. So again, you got me beat on Golden Age. I'm 0-2 against you. You got a Cap, I don't have one, and you've got a Shadow. And I'm
gonna be honest. Like when it comes to any age, Golden Age is the one I know the least about. I don't even think I own a Golden Age book. Like, that's just how. Because I don't know. Like I'm. It's hard for me to buy anything that I don't know anything about. Like usually when I buy something, I like to know that what I'm getting. And when it comes to Golden Age, I tell you, I don't know anything.
Well, it's definitely different. Like if you're collecting, like you collect Hulk,
right?
You know which are the keys, the prices, what's available, who the artists are. With Golden Age, especially when you get into it, but even now that I'm in it, like basically I see books that I like. I'm like, wow, that's an awesome cover. That's a cool book I've never seen before. That's it, man. It's not like where's the first appearance or it's just like, man, is that a cool looking cover? Is that a cool book? Is it tough to find? And that's it. It's not like, and with Golden Age, you sort of, I mean, this is like everybody, but you put together your collection, and that collection on the whole becomes like your own work of art, because nobody has the same Golden Age collection I do. They might have a couple of the same books, but you know, superheroes, it's more of a challenge to complete runs and get all the keys and stuff. In Golden Age, it's not like that. You just put together a collection that's unique for yourself, and it's like that's a work of art and it's unique. So it's, you know, it's challenging and it's different, but it's almost like you can't go wrong.
Right.
You can go broke, but you can't go wrong.
Yeah. No, because you're just basically buying it for what you're looking at when you're looking at it. As far as like, for me, I'm buying a book typically because of the Hulk or part of that story that goes with that series. You know, as far as you see a book and you're like that Golden Age book, that looks sick, I want it, boom, it's mine, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy, like, I bought this one because it's the same artist and it's like a swipe of his other one.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's cool. Yeah. So you have artists, I'm sure, Golden Age artists that you follow then, right?
Yeah, there's certain artists I really like their work, and I'll go after their books. But yeah, I mean, if you want to collect Golden Age superhero stuff, you can do the same thing as Silver and Bronze, like Superman, Batman type stuff. There's still keys, there's still runs, but I don't do that. I just go over this, you know, fringe oddball type stuff.
Well, that's even better sometimes, I think, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it's easier on the OCD when you don't have to work on runs anymore and you don't have to pick up keys. I just pick up what I like, and that's the set right there. One book set every time, so it works good that way.
Yeah, I know about that OCD.
Yeah, I always crack up because, like, I remember when you first started purging your collection to do the Golden Age thing, and like people were kind of like, "Huh," you know, scratching their heads. And it was like recently, like I think it was like a couple months ago, you had got like some big, you know, what we consider big superhero books, and you just like more fuel for Golden Age, and I was just started dying laughing because I was like, "Yo, that's, you know," but that's how you do it though. For you, you know, you gotta fuel the fire. So you know that's how you're doing it. And yo, man, if we can benefit from it, that's cool, dude.
I mean, I used to have, you know, I was collecting superhero stuff, and you know, probably I wasn't never really into Silver Age that much, but I had a Hulk 181 in like an 8.5, and I had an ASM 129. I had some big bronze books. I had all the copper keys. I was really into Copper Age mostly, and you know, I started selling those off, and it was like when I picked up the Hulk 181 or I pick up like ASM 300 or something, it was like nice, mission accomplished, and it was exciting. But then it's like I didn't feel the need to display it or look at it every day because it's like I have it. I know what the ASM 300 looks like. There's a lot of them out there. A lot of people have it, and it's an awesome book. But I started to get bit by the Golden Age bug, and I would buy those and I'd look at them every day because you can't see them anywhere else. But now I have one I can look at it all the time. And for me, it was just, you know, I just like to have the unique thing for myself that honestly, most people don't care about the books I have. There's a very small number of people that really care about the books I have, as opposed to like if I put out a YouTube video showing a Hulk 181 or like an AF-15 or something, it'll go nuts. I'll get crazy views. I put out some of this Golden Age stuff, I might not even break 40 or 50 views for a while, you know. So, you know, it's just different type of collecting.
Let me give a quick shout out to Simon Comics, because Simon Comics shows a lot of Golden Age superhero stuff. And if you've not seen his channel, go check it out. He's a guy that, like you just said, he puts out videos and it's like Golden Age superhero stuff, but he doesn't get a lot of views. But it's still interesting stuff to learn about, you know. So it's like, you know, go check him out, man. Simon Comics.
Yeah, for sure.
So
good dude.
Yeah, he is. And I'm gonna show, it's not golden. Well, yeah, I'll actually show this one last Golden Age book that I got. And it was my wife let me get this for my birthday, and it's my championship book. And all winners.
Oh yeah, real nice.
Yeah. And it's like yeah, man, it's got everybody on there, dude. And I was just like I couldn't get the, like, when I seen Hitler on it, I was like, yo, I got to get the
one. Got Hitler on it?
Yeah, that's Hitler getting stepped on by Cap. You know what I'm
saying? Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
So, yeah, it's like, let me zoom in up so everybody can see it. But, yeah, it's got a Submariner, Bucky, the original Human Torch, Toro, which is his little sidekick like Human Torch.
Yeah.
And then it's got like, was it Johto and Hitler, and I forgot the other guy right there.
I don't know who that is.
It's probably Mussolini.
Yeah.
You probably got the 3-axis guys on there. That's an awesome book because it's Golden Age, obviously, but it's a timely. It's got Hitler on it. It's got multiple heroes on the front, and that one looks like it's a nice copy. There's no chunks missing. Like the bright yellow background. Yeah, that's a solid book, man. And I guarantee you did not pay thousands of dollars for that book.
No, I did not.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys want to get into Golden Age, you can.
Yes, Bueller.
But you don't necessarily have to, and you can still get cool stuff. But yeah, that's an awesome book, man.
Thanks, man. Oh, and I see Jeffrey still getting votes.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, Bueller, I messed up. I double booked myself as always.
Oh, you
Is
know,
this a voting show? Like people are voting on us?
No.
Oh no! It's not a voting show. No. Jeffrey just gets votes randomly. He shows up anywhere he gets a vote. He might not even,
Well, I know that. I watch all those shows and he gets all those votes. So that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to.
and then like he might not even be here and gets votes.
Dang, I don't even know.
So I don't even know with Jeffrey sometimes. I just crack up. That's why I say he's the people's champ. I'm the chat's champ, but he's the people's champ because the people love him. And so
Good to see you,
yeah.
Bueller. Can't get enough. Steve Whiting, thank you guys.
I'll go ahead. It's more
No, I think that's everybody. D Runk, sorry. Don't want to
Geek Strengths and Comics is in there. So.
Yeah, Mad Mike's. What's up, Mad Mike's? Good to see you guys.
Bueller, you can't vote for Jeffrey twice. So this isn't Golden Age, but this is a book that I just recently picked up. And actually, where's the top here? Don't know where it's at. Oh wait, there it is. So this is my original copy that I got for free. This is the free copy that I got. It's all stained up, but it's still a new stain.
Yeah, that's cool.
And this is the one I bought for $100 off of eBay. And the guy, only reason he sold it is because like it's qualified because the signature's not verified. But man, come on, George Perez. You gotta get the signature, George Perez, and this new stand.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can tell if that's a legit signature by looking at it.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's why I tell people, I'm like, yo, you can get these books, like, dude, go look in these weird places, you know, like go look for qualified, go look for, you know, like I looked this up, and like I know George Perez's signature because I have like pen signatures of his on like some books that I have, which is.
Well, people can get too wrapped up in the color of the label, and you lose sight of the forest for the trees, or however that saying goes.
Oh yeah.
You get assigned. If you crack that out, then all of a sudden everybody would be like, "Oh, it's George Perez signed copy," and you put it in a green label, and then 90% of the people are like, "Ew, green label, stay away." It's It's signed by George Perez, and it's in a nice case. So yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. Qualified for
exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. It's like dealing with like Golden Age. So like with like getting it graded, like would you like them being older books, you get more of a risk like getting like restored and qualified, and it's like some green, some blue labels and stuff. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I try to stick to, if I buy slabs, I stick to blue labels, and sometimes that means if there's a book that hardly ever comes up, and it does come up and it's restored or qualified or something else, I will pass on it. Now that means I still don't get to own that book, but my want list is huge. There's plenty of books for me to get. When that book's the last one I ever need to complete my entire collection, and I'm retiring from comics, and I have everything except that book, and a restored one comes up, I'll buy it, and then everything's complete. But man, my want list is so big, I don't need to spend hundreds or $1,000 on a book that's restored. But I buy a lot of raw books, and sometimes they come back. I'll get it and it has resto, and I'll either talk to the seller and work a deal. I
don't mean to interrupt you, but I noticed now that you do your own pressing and cleaning, right?
Yeah, I'm far from a pro, but I mean, I can make a book like 75% better. What am I trying? I'm not trying to be like world-class pressing and cleaning, but it's easier than people think, and I'm improving my books by a lot. Yeah, that's not perfect. I mean, I'm not getting everything out with a press. I'm not getting everything off with the cleaning, but man, it saves me time and money, and it gets, if I can get a 4.0 instead of a 3.0 on a Golden Age book, that's a success. Maybe I didn't get the 4 or 5. Okay, so what, man? It's still saving money and the turnaround times and the cost. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man. Like, shoot,
I got one restored book in my collection.
Oh, okay.
And bought it a while ago, and the restoration is tear seals to the cover and cover reinforced. So no color touch, no trimming, just structural stuff. Not ideal, but I can live with it for now. And
that is, yeah. Oh, I know that cover, and I'm not even like a real good, but I know that cover.
Yeah, everybody knows it. It's an expensive book now. When I bought it, it wasn't. But yeah, the only reason I haven't upgraded it is because to even get half the grade of this in blue is going to be like $5,000. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man,
this book is it's got tear seals in the covering. It's got some rice paper inside.
Dude, it presents so well. So I mean, like, why even bother? Like, you know,
yeah,
you got it. You got, so, like, I don't know, like, you know, that's like, and like I bought JD one of his grails, and it was restored, but I got it for like dirt cheap, and it was like, you know, and it was like I didn't understand why people weren't buying, you know, and I see there's a stigma to it, but it's like, to me, it's like, if you really want the book and you don't want to break the bank, hey, do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. I mean, I stay within my budget, and I just try to make my budget bigger by flipping books, but I stay within my budget. But if it's between a restored book or an unrestored book, I'll go for the unrestored book. But this one specifically was one of my grails, and this one came up at a price I just had to get it. And I've had this for years now, and I haven't upgraded it. And this one's good enough. I would like a blue label, but I mean, for this book, this is a good copy, man. So I'm happy with it.
Oh yeah, it presents well, dude.
Is that Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That's probably my phone going off. It's
shut your mouth.
Yeah, shut your mouth. It works great at work, you know. Somebody be talking, they'd be like, "Shut your mouth."
Yeah, and Comic Books NYC is talking about getting resto removed on a book. I'm actually sending that one out. This is actually going out on Monday to get the resto removed. So hopefully I'll turn this into a blue and all my problems will be solved for this book.
Yeah.
And if it drops even, 2 points and down to a 4, I'm fine with that. But I don't think it will drop that much. I don't know. I think it's probably going to drop to a 5. But, whatever. This is, so I'm going to get this out on Monday to get it removed anyway. So,
and see, the Great Legend, he's got the first appearance of Captain Marvel, and it's a 7.5 restored. And dude, like I'm like that, like it's restored, yeah, but it's like even if you got a 7.5 in a blue or whatever, try to get anything in that book is ridiculous, So
yeah, right.
So
I mean, some books are so big and so expensive now and rare enough that if you have a chance to get one that has some issues that you're okay with, because everybody has to decide for themselves what's okay. Like, I don't mind tape on a book, so that opens up all sorts of possibilities for me for Golden Age. Some collectors stay away from tape. I don't care. I'll buy it if it has tape on it.
Yeah.
But there's some resto like tear seals. I'm all right with that. That's got tear seals. Yeah, you can find books with issues that are acceptable to you and save some money, and especially for timelies, like timely collectors, because those can be really sky high.
And see, like that was like another thing. Like, if you can buy a restored book, and if it's like just color touch stuff, you can send it in and get it, see if they can remove it, and then you get the blue label. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that with color touch too, and Silver Age, Comic Books NYC saying Silver Age. I mean, if you want an AF-15 at this point, and you don't have one yet. I mean, if you want to get a blue label, you know how much that costs you. Even a 1.0 is like $10,000 or something. So you might want to look for something that's got some resto you can live with, or make missing back cover would be like incomplete, but you still have the book and the cover and everything. So.
And yes, Steven Spock, I did see Stone Cold on Hot Ones, and that was hilarious.
Has anybody watched Stone Cold Steve Austin has a television show? Does anybody watch it?
No.
It's pretty cool, actually. It's only like 30 minutes long, but he's always got a celebrity, and they're doing some like stuff on his farm or something. It's kind of cool.
Look at this one. This is what.
Who dat? What's up? Who dat? Metarog. Good to see you guys. Man.
Make you wait one more day.
Wow.
I don't think you can wait one more day. My wife said that you probably opened it up and sealed it back.
No, I didn't. I did not. I just sealed. Bam.
All right.
Address.
So yeah. So and then shouts out to Biggie Shaq. He is the current cover champion. So I give him respect because he always shouts me out when I come in the chat. So
Yeah.
So
Steven Spock, what's up? Good to see you
much-
tonight.
But yeah, I'll tell you, if I was a timely collector, I would be frustrated so much because there's so many books that have resto or qualified married pieces or something.
Yeah.
So I don't collect timelies, and my OCD, I like to have all blue labels. Like that one purple's kind of bothering me a little bit, but it's just if I'm a timely collector, it's almost hard to avoid if you want to collect certain timelies. With the prices, I mean, there's a lot of resto and married pieces and stuff like that. So it's mainly an OCD thing, but I like to have books that haven't been restored, ideally, but wouldn't everybody? But
Oh yeah. But it's like I don't know, like if you that's the gamble of buying like off just like buying raw books sometimes is like you send it in. I've seen it happen to Reggie. I've seen it happen to a few people. Like they send in a raw book and it comes back with like purple label and they're it's just like well, that's it happens, but
It's hard, right? Like, I mean, sometimes you don't even know it's restored, right? Like, I mean, visually you can't tell, I think, at certain points.
That's true. I mean, especially with Golden Age, I mean, sometimes there's, a piece missing or there's something, the staples have been replaced or, a lot of times there's stuff you can't necessarily tell. But if it doesn't have a huge effect on what you want the book for, then it's, what I mean? It doesn't necessarily really matter. I mean, it's nice to have. This is another reason, though, I don't like to get magazine size stuff slabbed because the slabs are too big and they don't match up with the other slabs. Yeah, so I have magazine stuff I don't slab because the slabs won't match up. They'll be bigger. And so, I mean, it doesn't make any sense half the time what we do. But
oh yeah, that's like this. Like these will never be slabbed. I always like these are readers. I read these. So these are never slab these. I read these. I love them. And but the other one, yeah, I was like first print. I was like, okay, I'll send it in. But yeah, like you said, yeah, it's weird. It like sits on the bottom of all my stuff. Like I'll have it like. So
Who dat? Thanks, who dat? Appreciate it, buddy.
So now on the Golden Age, like. Is there any particular like what's one of your favorite covers besides the ones that you have right there? Like now I know they have.
You want a cover that's not really worth much, but that I love?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll show. There's most of what I collect. I do with an investing in mind too. I like my books to go up in value because I do sell a lot of books. I'm not like, stuff enters my collection and never leaves. I'm always buying and selling new stuff. But there's some books that are not really worth much, but I just absolutely love them. Like this Tarzan cover. And this one I bought raw off of Instagram, and it came back at 4.0 off white, so pretty decent. This is from 1940, and it's really not worth that much, but it's very rare, and it's just very awesome. But, it's probably only worth a couple $100, maybe $200 I could probably get out of it.
Still, that's cool though, man. Like,
yeah,
Tarzan, early Tarzan, and the shark. Man, come on.
Yeah, it's a cool underwater cover, and the Tarzan taking on the shark.
Yeah, man. Like,
yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's not worth much, but it's rare and it's just cool. So
yeah, but it's worth it to you. That's what this is all about. It's like that's what values. It's a value to you. And it's like
here's another one. This one. I don't think it's worth that much, and it's not even a Golden Age book, but I have it, and it's Phantom Stranger 14, Neil Adams cover.
Oh, I got whooped by one of those.
Yeah, I love this book.
Hialeah beat me with that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, I'm sorry to bring up painful memories, Tony.
No, sorry, it's all right. It was a good fight, though. It was a good fight, but yeah, that's a good book right there, though. It is actually a good 15-cent cover book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Neil Adams, and it's a horror theme type book for fits in my collection, and it's not the highest grade ever, but it's a really nice looking copy. And yeah, so this is something not worth a ton. Doesn't fit in with the rest of my collection really, but yeah, I love it. This is a book I've wanted a nice solid grade for a long time, and I really get it.
See, that's cool. See, like I don't know, like when it comes to like getting like key books or whatever, like newer books. Like to me, I always consider like 8 and up is good. Like 8 and up is good for me. I'm not, not trying to break the bank as long as I got cause like all my like my ASM 300 is an 8.5. My Secret Wars 8. You know, it's 8 and 8. So, but like, you know, to me that's like a solid grade. You know, so it's just like I don't really care about grades, but you know, if I get something newer, you know, if it's below an 8, you know, then I'll kind of look at it weird.
Yeah, I mean, like I collect Bronze Age horror, and I like to get like a 7.5 is sort of my cutoff. That's not some killer high grade for books. I mean, you can get, you know, like that book in an 8.0 is probably, I don't even think it's $100, maybe, I don't know, but it's not the value of it. It's a good solid copy. Like I'm just looking for 7.5s to 8.0 on like bronze books. For Golden Age, like here's another one that's like one of my favorite covers, and I bought this years ago. It's very rare. It's not worth a ton, and this is not a high grade, but just another killer cover.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, this is real awesome, and it's, you know, it's not worth a whole lot. It's, you know, and it's, I got a 3.0, so you know it's a low grade, but it presents well. It's
just the creature is really cool on that though. The creature.
Yeah, it's real cool. The castle in the background and this monster carrying away and those creepy eyes under the tree and the bats in the background in front of the moon. And I like the skull on the bottom there with the snakes on it.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, tough book to find. And this is Jack Katz cover. If anybody's in the Golden Age, you might know who Jack Katz is, but not the hugest artist ever. I mean, you know, nobody's like, oh, I'm looking for more Jack Katz stuff. Nobody does that, but he's known as some of his stuff's decent. And yeah, cool book. I got it years ago, raw. Finally got it graded, and I've just always loved it. It's not worth a lot, but it's like, I don't know, it's rare and it's cool. It's sort of Grail-ish.
It's a cool cover though, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing on it, and then like the monster just pops it off right, and then just like he did good on that one.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Like that's like I don't know, man. Like cover, like to me, like when I collect stuff, it's like it's for like, you know, some of it's like, you know, for my kids or whatever. Some of it's for like, you know, their future, and some of it, a lot of it's art, man. To me, it's like I like when I take pictures and put it on Instagram, I look at it as art. You know, it's like, yo, that's art, and it's like I enjoy it, man. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think every book has art to it, man. Like that's, I mean, I got books on my wall. I mean, part of it, like I don't, you know, look at my books. Most of them back there aren't anything crazy, but I just got them up there because I think they look cool, you know. So I agree. The art of a comic book. I mean, honestly, that should be what really gets you drawn in the first place, right? That's what it's for. So I mean, Tony, you are a piece of art, Tony.
Thank you, Bueller. So, speaking of art, there is a box that contains something that we have sent you.
What? So, really?
Yeah. So, this is a conjoined effort between me and DS. So, DS hit me up and was like, yada, yada. And I was like, no. And then he was like, well, what about? And I was like, oh. So, we're here. So if you would please, Jeffrey, we're gonna put the spotlight on you. And
oh man, okay.
And while you're opening this up, let me just say that Tony's giving me too much credit for this. It's just something I had, but he worked it out and he instructed me what to do and he took care of it. So really, most of the credit goes to him.
Well, I'll thank both of you guys.
I'll take credit for the good packing if it's undamaged.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, thank you guys, both of you guys. Let's see what it is.
I think we made you wait long enough.
I think it came the day before yesterday, so I've been just hanging out with it, you know. All right, we got some bubble wrap, yo. Okay, cut this off. Yeah. What's up, guys? What's everybody doing? We're just having some fun on What's Your Grail? Opening up some packs. Sleeping with it. Yeah, I had that thought. I didn't, so that would have been too tempting. I might have opened it.
He might sleep tonight, though.
Okay. packaged up. Can't see what it is. Let's see, where's the front? I don't know. Is that the front?
Nope.
No, that's the
Turn around.
Is that the front? Okay.
Yeah, that's the front. There it is.
Is that? Oh, man. Yeah. This is the real first appearance of Wolverine, just in case you guys didn't know.
Marvel
Straight
backed
up.
that up, though.
They did. Okay, like, what's this say on here? It does. It even says first appearance of Wolverine on this. Sick. Ha! This is. I almost bought this a little while back, and I passed on it because I was trying to save some money.
Well,
But
now you don't have to buy it.
And it won't hurt my feelings if you upgrade and sell that one day. But Tony said he didn't have it, and he wanted to get
No,
it.
heck no, I don't have it. 180, 181, and 182. I do
Well,
not
now
have
you
it.
can check it off.
I can't. Can you tell? Like, I'm shaking. Can you see that? No, I'm shaking. This is sick. Hulk 340 also is the first Wolverine. Hulk 340. That's maybe first. No. What are you talking about?
So, Jeffrey, now me and you are bros
Do you
on
have that?
Bro Talk, and
Oh.
we're bros. Grail bros.
Damn. But we have 102 too, right?
Yeah, we have 102, so we're double Grail bros.
Jeffrey is 180. That's right. Twice of 90. YouTube is now 180. Yes.
So
Man,
yeah,
this thing looks pretty clean for a 1.8. Why?
exactly. That's what I was like. Diaz sent me the picture. I was like, oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you that. I mean, you can see that, but it's that's a 4.0 all day long when you presented it. It's a 4.0 book, but
Just because the panel's cut out? Is that it?
the MVS is present. It's got a little piece cut out of one page.
Page 2 it says.
Doesn't really affect anything though, but it's
Yeah, no, it looks really good by that.
Yeah, it's a 4.0, 4.5 book.
Yeah. I don't even care what it is. I got it, right? Like, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, when he hit me up, I was like, no, I already got one, and then I was like, I'm sitting there thinking about it. He was like, well, does Jeffrey? And I was like, no, I don't think he did. Like, you had been buying stuff, and I was like, I don't think he does. I was like, I hope he doesn't. And I was like, so it worked out.
Bam. Thank you guys. That's insane. Oh man.
Yeah, so all right, so here was the promise, or sort of what I told Tony that was going to make it worth it to me, is I want to see you get your little sheet out and do the cross off of the green square with me here. That's what counts.
Yeah.
And if that's a placeholder, if that's the one you keep forever, whatever, I don't care. But I'm glad that you finally have a copy of it, and I want to see you cross it off on your little square checkerboard.
Yep.
That's what makes my night here.
Got it right here.
All right. We gotta see this.
Oh, okay, guys. This is my little checkerboard right here. Let's see. Can you see? Where's number 180? Oh, it's right
Yeah.
there.
There it is, right there.
Let's see. Maybe I can make you watch. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah. I got it.
Okay. 180 right here.
Yeah.
Bam. Oh, you got it back up here. Good thing I had on pants, huh?
I know this time.
Crazy.
Uh,
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that sounded bad.
That's cool, man. So good to see you. Mark that one off there.
That's awesome. That's my favorite hunt cheat sheet I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember when you first started doing your videos, and it was like I would tune in late at night, and you would just show random books, and you're like, I don't know if anybody's watching. I don't know if anybody likes this stuff. And you started showing all the Hulk books, and then I remember you showed that cheat sheet you came up with, and you're crossing them off in green. I always thought that was the best cheat sheet I've seen.
Yes,
like,
thank you, man.
Like,
It's got a lot more green on it than it used to. I'll tell you that.
It does.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. Like it was just one of those things. When I started, like I was like, one day I would like to complete this, and I've gotten so far now that I just see the insight. And of course, once I finish this, I got plenty more to add, keep going, but that would complete my biggest purpose is volume 1. I mean, even though I know they consider it kind of like volume 2, I still consider that volume 1 worth it. But yeah, that'd be my.
I mean, that volume 1, that's a whole other animal there. Like that stuff's out of reach for most of us. But when they pick back up at 102, that's like where Hulk was going strong, and that's the bulk of his stuff is 102. Like the first 6 issues or whatever, that's just like tryout stuff.
Yeah, they are. That's kind of why, like, I kind of figured that's going to be the end of my hunt is like those first 6. They'll probably be raw copies, like low grade, but I'm good with that.
Well, I would like to have a Hulk 1 at some point, just because he was, I don't know, loosely based on Frankenstein. They sort of took the Frankenstein idea, which is like a universal monster from the 50s, sort of going way back to Mary Shelley book.
Right.
So that fits in my collection. There's very few superhero books that are on my list as grails, but Hulk 1 is one of them, along with Journey into Mystery 83, just because I love Thor. But yeah, I mean, you and me and Tony, we're not likely to have Hulk 1s anytime soon.
Oh, no.
Enough books to get a Hulk 1 anytime in the next decade, but
I'll be like, be selling off the collection. It'd be like sell off the collection, like the whole collection. Let's see. I'll see. Probably mortgage the house.
Sell a car. I could sell my car and maybe put a down payment on Hulk 1. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I got enough for the cover.
Well, right? I mean, I'm gonna have to buy it 1 page at a time or something.
Yeah.
Metarog said, yes.
I mean, yeah, you're right, Biggie. I mean, they're all like it, and I guess they're all kind of obtainable if you want to talk about it in low grade form, which is what I'm always looking at. Like, and especially those first 6, I would probably buy the lowest grade possible. That was complete with cover. I guess it's at that point I'm not so worried about it being intact, but I would like to have the cover. And then, like even if they're not stapled together, I don't care if there's a couple of spots missing, damage. That you're looking for. For me, I'm looking for just to have one. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to probably sooner than you think, Jeff, is when you pick up. What I would do is go grab something from that first 6 just to get your foot in the door, and you can get 5 or 6, 4, 5 or 6. Man, you can score a deal on one of those if you keep your eye out.
I was, and I seriously, when I was looking at this, I was looking at some of those in the same time, and I almost pulled the trigger on I think a 5. And it might have been a 4. It was either a 4 or 5, and it was like $5.50. It was raw and it was really beat up, which is a really good deal still at $5.50. But I was just like, I gotta pay some bills. I can't.
Yeah, no, I mean, $500 is a lot to put out for a comic book. I mean, we're talking about
not that one,
but if it's $500, that is either a lot of money or not a lot of money to whoever. But it's obtainable to anyone. Even if you are rich, it's easier. But if you're on a tight budget, you can make a $500 book work if you save. So, I mean, everything but that Hulk 1 is obtainable for everyone. The Hulk 1, that's, a whole other ball game. But
yeah, you win in the lottery, you get one of those or something.
Yeah,
I mean, you can work on it, and maybe as your life situation changes, somebody can score that stuff. But I mean, those are major grails. But I mean, to get a Hulk 5 or a Hulk 6, I mean, I think you could definitely score one of those in the next year or two. I think.
I agree, and now that Hulk's kind of cooled down a little bit. I know I follow Hulk all the time. I'm always looking at Hulk on eBay, and I know maybe not everybody is, but if you are, keep an eye out because I feel like the prices are dropping, especially because I feel the Immortal Hulk hype has kind of died down a little bit unless something crazy happens in the next few issues. Their prices are dropping a little bit, and even the other stuff's going back down a little bit. So, I mean, it might be a good time to look into some of those books if anybody's looking for those.
Yeah. So, you got any good horror covers, DS?
What kind of covers?
Horror covers? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. We want to see some. We want to see the horror now. We want to see
the horror cover. This is a grail of mine. This took me about 4 years to get a copy of this, and I finally got one a few months ago, and I got it slapped. So this is a relatively new edition, but it's been high on my list for about 4 years, and it's Fantastic Fears #6.
Oh,
what is that?
Insane.
Yeah,
That is cool.
that's some voodoo like looking stuff on it. That's
It's
cool.
like a charm bracelet with all these characters that are, been, I guess they're dead and they're just corpses now. And this crazy creature on the front, just a bright neon pink background. And inside this, there's a story about a guy, an office worker. He's like the janitor for the office, and he gets tired of being made fun of, and he just flips a switch, and he goes nuts, and he starts using the office paper cutter to decapitate people. And
What?
yeah, there's a couple like decapitation scenes in the book, and it's crazy. It's even noted on here, decapitation panel.
Oh man, that is crazy. And you got to look at it though. You got to look at it before you sent it off and everything, right? So that's cool.
Yeah. No, I read this and I took a picture. Let me see if I still have that. I might have a picture I could show you of the decapitation panel on it.
Oh well, we would like to see that. That's cool.
I hope I still have it. I might have deleted it. I think I did delete it.
That's all right.
That's a shame though, but it's cool. Yeah, I deleted it by accident. I deleted the pictures I had this other one before I got it slabbed. So yeah, this is this is a tough book to find, and it took me 4 years of searching to finally get a copy of this. So
Man. See, that's like I'm still looking for an X-Men one, and dude, like I don't even care. I'll take a 1-0. I'll take. I don't. It's like to the point where it's just like, yo, it's like I just want Magneto on the cover. that's my main thing. Is like put Magneto on the cover, and it's like I gotta have it.
here's another. I'll show you another one here if you want to see it. This is a pretty tough one to find as well. That's been on my list for a while. And this is from 1953, and the colors on this are just so vibrant, and it's not brightly colored, but it's Beware Terror Tales 8. And
whoa!
You just don't see color schemes like this on anything, let alone Golden Age.
Look at that! Like just this, like the oh man, yo, this.
So yeah, like the gray background, and then there's black, and like the green of the witches is like an off green, and then the bright scarlet red blood, and yeah, it's just a really killer book.
Oh wait, what's that? What's that on the bottom? In the bottom, like what's that?
This guy here.
Yeah.
He's like the narrator for this title, and he's always on the cover, and he has some kooky saying, "I am the mummy. We're gonna have a party. You're all invited." He's on all the covers for this title, always saying something.
Man. So he was kind of like a crypt keeper, but not really the crypt keeper kind of deal thing, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's kind of cool. I love that cover though, man. That is like.
Yeah, I always call this pewter and scarlet. Now I don't know, that's not technically pewter or scarlet, but it's just when you have it in hand, it's different than in video. It's almost like the colors are pewter and like a crimson or scarlet red, and it's just a really cool color layout for a book.
I know it's like you could literally see like the white where the witches and like where she's pulling the spoon up. It's like you can tell it's super hot. It's just
right. It's like molten, like white hot, right? And you can see it's like the blood coming down the side of the pot. It's it's very thick and viscous. This is a graphic.
Yeah, man. That's what we're talking. That's man. I like that. That's cool.
I'll show you another one.
Yes.
This one, and I'll let you guys go talk about whatever, but I love showing.
Oh, no. It's what it's all about. You can show some.
All right, so the two Chamber of Chills books that I love, I showed you the one that was restored was that one. But the one I actually like more is number 23. Same artist is this one, Chamber of Chills 23.
Whoa.
I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome colors and just a really, really graphic kick-ass cover here.
And like she's like ripping off like some of the like she's trying to get off me, and it's like just coming apart. Like,
yeah, and the look on her face is priceless.
Rape.
So yeah, that's a good one there. And he's still got a little bit of hair left on his skull. You can see. I like the rainbow colors on the skull almost, and the clothing. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, nah.
He's got the long, creepy nails. Like they because they say like when you like after you pass away, your nails and stuff keep growing, and he's got those long nails. I like that. That's cool. He kept up with that.
Oh, zombies! He's going up to like take a chunk out of her face, and she thinks he's trying to like kiss her or something. It looks like, right? Bam! Oh, zombie.
Yeah. So this is the infamous, well known among horror collectors. This is the zombie kiss or the corpse kiss. And there's a lot of stuff like this in Golden Age horror, but this one is my favorite of this type of theme. So yeah, really
I totally see why.
Yep. The champ said this is better than the crap we got now.
Agreed.
I mean, it's all personal opinion, but I've been involved in comic books when I was younger, and I took a long break like a lot of people do. And when I got back into comics several years ago, I didn't know anything about pre-code horror at all. I was collecting this, the same stuff that I knew as a kid was the stuff I went after, but now with more of an adult view of it and with an adult type of hunting for keys and stuff that I wasn't doing as a kid. And, I remember looking at a heritage auction and saw a pre-code horror book, and it blew my mind. It was so different from anything else I was used to. And so I started researching it, and I fell down the rabbit hole, and I'm still falling. I haven't hit the bottom yet. So, but honestly, I mean, I love all the other stuff, the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, Copper Age. I love the superhero stuff. I love Thor, love the X-Men. But I made a decision based on lack of money that I got to pick one thing to focus on. I want to pick the thing I like most, the one area that I'm most passionate about, and just focus on that and cut all the rest out to try to maximize what I can do in one area. So that's what I do. It's not like I don't like the other stuff. If I was Bill Gates rich, I'd be buying all of it. I'd have all the Silver Age keys, all the bronze, all the gold, I love Copper Age stuff too. I had all the keys in 9.8. And, I just for myself decided I can't make it work. I don't want to do a halfway job on a lot of areas. I wanted to do my best job on one area. So that's how I got to where I'm at, which is, I have not a lot of books, but I love all the books I have, and they're all, kooky Golden Age things at this point.
No, for sure. That's awesome. I mean, my focus is like Hulk. It's kind of like that's my one area. I got other stuff too, but my main focus is always Hulk. So I've always said that like it's just about whatever you like. So like get what you like, and you like that Golden Age. I like the Hulk. Tony likes Captain Marvel. Like that's what we do.
Yep, and it's like I don't know, man. It's like crazy stuff just to like hanging out. Like I said, like hanging out with Jeffrey. I started buying Hulk stuff, and like before, you would never catch me buying anything Hulk. It was like hanging out with Jeffrey. I was like
rubbing off on people.
Yeah. So it's
that's what happens. That's what's so good about this community too, is that you can get pigeonholed and get blinders on for what you're collecting, and you forget there's other stuff out there or stuff you haven't discovered. But in the YouTube community, other people will show stuff that they're into, and there's been people show stuff on YouTube, and I'm like, oh my god, that's freaking awesome! Never saw that before, and I'll go search and look for it and find a whole new area of comics I really wasn't even looking at before. So,
oh yeah, that's
what is a startling 49?
Well, I see he wants to see it, so I'll show you it.
I'm sure if he's asking, it's got to be something good.
Yeah. So, all right. So, along with horror, Golden Age horror, I collect Golden Age sci-fi. Really, horror and sci-fi are the two genres. Mainly horror, but I really like sci-fi too. I have more horror than sci-fi, but I have one of the absolute best sci-fi grails for me, and it's very high on a lot of sci-fi collectors' lists.
Wait, is it the one? Oh, wait, show it.
This is the Starling 49.
Bender, it's the Bender robot.
It's the Bender.
Okay, all right, I have seen that before.
This is number 2. I collect robot covers, and it's sort of like a genre in Golden Age that people collect is robot covers. And this is Alex Schomburg robot cover, and this is number 2 on my list. But it's number 1 or number 2 on a lot of people's lists.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on it's made the Hot 10 list. I've seen it a few times, and like that people that's why I know it because they say the Bender cover, but I know it's not Bender. Yeah. But it's awesome.
That's cool, man.
And it does look like Bender. I mean, I think they took Bender from this, like whoever came up with Bender.
Oh,
Matt Groening or whatever.
Yeah, it's smooth. Looks like he's smooth. Looks like he stole it from that.
And the thing about this cover in Golden Age, people in Golden Age either love this cover or just think it's mediocre. But I'm one of the ones that loves it. It's just simple and bright, and it's just a cool scene on another planet. And
Got some nice colors. It's got that sandy background, which makes the green pop really good.
And then got the pink mountains. Yeah, it's clean, man.
Mountains, and he's walking through like a pond with these big leaves, and that guy's chasing him. And yeah, it's just simple and elegant, and I love it. So that's the Startling 49 that everybody talks about. And me and Comic Books NYC, at one point, neither of us had this, and we were both looking to get one. And I was sure he was going to get one before me, but then I got this one recently this year. So I beat him to the punch. So every time he wants to see it all, I show it to him. But I really thought he would get one before me, but I got lucky on this one.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, he says the major grail for him he doesn't have, which
well,
is hard.
Don't feel bad, NYC. I don't got it either.
So
I think a lot of people.
Which is for me to say that, to hear that coming from NYC is kind of a rare thing, you know.
Yeah. And I've probably got 5 or so robot covers, so it's not like I'm killing it in the robot cover division. But you know, I try to pick up really good ones, and I only have a few, but they're all really solid, I think. So.
And so you got another cool, we got time for another cool cover if you got one.
Yeah, I got one. You want to see another robot cover?
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this will be right under that one, by the same artist, Alex Schoenberg. And this one is before that one, I think. Let me see. No, they're the same year, but it's the same artist, Alex Schoenberg, and that's Brick Bradford #6.
Oh, cool.
You know, similar, not exactly Bender, but it's the same artist that drew it. And
yeah.
Again, just a really cool robot cover.
The red and the yellow set off.
Is that Brick Bradford, that dude right there? Do you know?
It is Brick Bradford, that dude. And this one I bought raw at not too long. I bought this at Heroes Con, and I pressed and cleaned it myself, and it came back white pages too. So that was cool.
Oh man, do you clean every single page, or how does that work? You just clean like covers?
No, I just cleaned the cover. I mean, it just happened to be in really good shape, is why I got white pages. That's
man. And that's from when? What year is that?
1948.
Man, white pages?
Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm impressed. I never thought it was going to be white pages. I knew it was nice when I was reading through it, but really nice when you get a white pages on anything, but especially something from the 40s. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not the highest grade ever, but that white pages makes it way better now.
Yeah, more sought after, because it's like, hey, it's got white pages, even though it's that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like I forgot what book JD had, but he had it.
Yeah, I remember it was.
And he had white. It was a Dracula book, and it was like white pages, I think.
It might have been the first appearance of Dracula. Was that?
Yeah,
that one?
That was the one. That was the episode we just
conceded. The Eerie comic, right?
Yeah, we just conceded. We were like, we give up.
Yeah. So I mean, I have of all the Golden Age books I've ever owned or gotten slabbed or whatever, I've had maybe 3 or 4 with white pages. So not very many. When you back into the 40s or 50s to get white pages. This one got a cool date stamp too. It's on the back on the lower corner, so not the coolest ever, but it's a nice bright red date stamp, October 29th, 1948. So yeah, cool. And like I said, I'm not I cleaned this up, but it was really stained and it still needs work. But
yeah, that white pages though, they came back in 4 or 5. And just to let y'all, I showed this book earlier, and the 2 he showed was by Alex Schoenberg. And just to let y'all know, he did do superheroes too. So this was like a Schoenberg cover as well. So
yeah, he's more well known for his timely stuff, like his timely Cap and on the Torch and all that stuff. Submariner. I don't collect superhero stuff, so the Schoenberg stuff I have is not the most popular, but it is for me. But it's not.
Man, the Starling Comics, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Like, shouts out to NYC for making you pull that one out.
Yeah.
Holding up on the good stuff. So, you got anything coming up, DS?
Well, when I get off here, I'm going over to Hudat's channel to join him on his auction.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hold you up. That's why I'm like, we got to cut it short.
But yeah, other than that, the only thing I have coming up is I'm going to be at Baltimore Komikhan, and I know a lot of other people are. I know Comic Core is going to be set up there, and a lot of people are going to be at Baltimore So I'll be there as well. That's the only thing I have coming up, and that's coming up in like I don't know, less than 30 days now, right? Yeah, like 28 days or something. So I'm going over to Hoodats to try to make some more money to bring to Baltimore. So that's all I got going on. So save up some money.
So when you guys leave from here, be sure to go to Hoodats auction, man. He's got them big boy books, man. I'm telling you. And DS has got some big boy books. I've seen some of them. Yeah. So
thanks, Biggie.
So y'all better check that out. And
9 days, I'm gonna be on a plane flying to New York City for New York Komikhan. It's come up so quick. I'm just like, whoa.
Going to NYC.
Yes,
it's gonna be crazy.
I don't even know, dude. It's gonna be just wow. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be nuts.
New York Komikhan, right?
Yeah. Never been to New York. I've been to a couple conventions. WonderCon Anaheim was the biggest one I've been to, but I know this New York Comic-Con is just going to be huge compared to anything. New York in general is just going to be insane, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I don't go to a lot of cons. I went to Baltimore last year, and I'm going to Baltimore next month, and I went to Heroes Con. I've never been to New York Con, but from the pictures and just from being at Baltimore, it's like 3 times the size of the Baltimore Comic-Con. It looks huge to me. I've been to Baltimore, and the pictures of the New York Con last year just looked like it's 3 times as big. So,
4 days. I'm gonna be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going hanging out with Comic Books NYC. We're gonna be tearing it up. If New York City catches on fire here in a week or two, guys, it could just be me.
It'd be Jeffrey smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll blast there. That's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
So Thursday, I'll be doing What's Your Grails on the normal day, and my guest, I announced it the other night. My guest will be the Comicaholics. So Wayne and Jess will be joining me Thursday for another episode of What's Your Grails. So be sure to tune in for that. And Jeffrey will also be there too.
Yeah. That's right.
So it's gonna be me, Jeffrey, and the Comicaholics hanging out. So be sure to tune in for that. And we gotta go because I'm not trying to hold up my boy Hoodats auction. And
go check it out though.
And be sure to go check that out. You guys have a good one. And this has been What's Your Grails. And DS has been killing it with Golden